Hello, Sagittarius. This is Sarah with Sarah Bear Tarot, and I'm bringing you a first quarter of the year reading here, and it's broken down into 3 parts into a reading for each decan. If you don't know which decan you were born in, that's okay. I will comment before each pile, and you can find it in the timestamps. You can jump ahead to your reading, but you should know that if you're born on a cusp of the decan, then you have 2 readings here. So let's get started. This pile is for first decan Sagittarius, those of you born November 23rd through December 2nd. And, to start off with, there's a feeling of isolation, or maybe you worry about money and security. The Strength card here does suggest there is change coming for you and that you may need to tap into that inner reserve. The Tower can suggest there is a bit of chaos to come or upheaval. And, no one looks forward to this, but if you have been struggling with money, then it may be a good thing to allow things that aren't working or are draining you emotionally and materially, and let them go. This oracle card suggests imagination may be clouding your judgment. So maybe what you imagine is falling apart isn't after all. So as you move towards April, keep in mind, even if you're feeling lost and lonely and like there's no one there, that close friend acts on your behalf. Things are not necessarily as bad as they seem. You aren't alone. There is always someone there to help if you ask. So some of this Tower energy may be catastrophizing or thinking that things are worse than they are. You may be letting your imagination run away with you and imagining things or worst case scenarios. This card suggests you remain grounded. Don't let any obstacles that arise unmoor you. Temperance suggests you moderate your thinking and your actions. Don't focus too much on the negative. Take care not to allow any of your worries or concerns to lead you into indulging in behaviors that could be bad for your health. You may also want to moderate spending or try saving a little bit. So as you enter the first quarter of the year, keep all of this in mind. This isn't to worry you or stress you out. It's actually just to prepare you for changes that may be coming in and how you can face them best. Allow life to flow. Release some control. Tap into your internal strength and don't make any hasty decisions. Don't let your fire run away with you. Now, this pile is for second decan Sagittarius, those of you born December 3rd through December 12th. And I pulled extra cards because I kept getting court cards here. So I'm not entirely sure what all these people are doing here and what they're symbolizing, except for there seems to be communication and wisdom, and there's a partnership here of equal strength, but there's almost like, I feel like maybe a battle of the wits between a feminine energy and a masculine energy. The Knight of Cups at the beginning, though, it's like there is a mission here, a mission for harmony, spiritual growth, and connection, heart connection, really. There's a desire to perhaps find love or something that will make your heart expand. So it may be the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, maybe a love connection coming in between 2 strong, independent, and mature individuals. And then the Page of Swords heralds a new start, really. But it seems like an intellectual start. So I'm not entirely sure if this is a love connection or more of a partnership, or two people coming together in pursuit of expansion and wisdom and clarity, in search of the truth. We have the shield here. You are safe from harm. And the Two of Wands is about planning and strategizing. So if this is a love match, it may be a match that has more to do with practical purposes than deep affection. But then here we have love, true love and fidelity. So there is a wise partnership that seems to be coming within the next 4 months. If this is a love connection, then I wouldn't be surprised if you met through teaching, classes, schooling, something to do with expanding your mind. Perhaps you will meet over the internet or something like that. You'll meet through communication before actual physical presence. If this is a partnership or a connection that isn't about love, perhaps past love, or there may be terms to be come to, or something, final understanding with someone who was a love, something like that. And, with the You're Safe from Harm card, now I'm wondering if this isn't spiritual guides or people who are watching over you. So maybe for some of you, you have grandparents or some, a masculine and a feminine spirit watching over you. Or maybe they have a message they would like you to receive and want you to open up to. Now I have another oracle card. It is the Broom. So this can be, speaking of getting things in order, clearing the air. So maybe there's an important message that needs to come in order for you to be able to move forward with a certain project or mission. So what does it all mean? I don't know. You'll have to tell me if this makes sense to you or comes clear later for you. The best I can say for sure is know that you're safe, you're protected, you're guided. There's clarity and insight coming. And I think maybe after April, you'll be able to move forward with something that you have put a lot of thought into and become ready to expand in some way. This pile, the final pile, is for 3rd Decan Sagittarius, those of you born December 13th through December 21st. And to start off with, the King of Coins, there's strength and security here, groundedness. Maybe you should be or will be getting set up in life in a certain way. You may be stepping into a position of power or stepping into a leadership position where you are perhaps going to be helping a community in some way. With the Hierophant, there is this idea of foundation building and bringing people together for maybe a higher purpose. You may find yourself set up in a way where you can loan money or help people, even help to expand people's wisdom. Maybe you'll be stepping into a counseling type setting, or where you can help people to build their lives. Here we have triumph over adversity, and it goes well with the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like in the next 4 months, things are going to begin to turn in your favor, and that you should expect to triumph over some difficulties that you may have been having in the last year. Maybe you'll even be able to help others to triumph over adversity themselves. And here we have the Chalice. This speaks of rejuvenation and fulfillment. This is making me think of the Holy Grail. We have the Chalice, we have the Knight, we have the Hierophant, and we have the King. This feels like something higher. This feels like there's a lot of higher purpose coming in for you. And here we have power. And it almost looks like the chalice, there's this openness to spirit and to the divine. I'm just getting this feeling that you have a higher calling, and it has something to do with bringing healing, wisdom, and guidance to those in need. I feel like you aren't meant to hang back, and that you have something to offer the world, and this has a little to do with your destiny. So if you feel like something is drawing you more to the spiritual realm, I think you should listen to it. And maybe if you're feeling drawn to taking classes or courses or joining spiritual groups, anything you can do to enhance your wisdom and your power and your ability to aid others, I don't think you should hesitate in growing your spirit in that way.